Oh, fuck it. You know, we'll just fucking do it live, Cabby. We'll just fucking do it live. God damn it. Okay, welcome to the Redeye stream, number 226. It was supposed to be debate night, but hey, Enoch Powell, you were right, sir. Everybody agrees on it. We can't find anybody to disagree.
Not even memes. The memes of destruction, the ever-loving centrist. He agrees with Enoch Powell.
Which is crazy.
Ever.
You need to get the only person who might argue it potentially would be someone like Tim Pool. He's about as pussy as you can get.
Owen Jones.
Tim Pool. He's too highbrow for this matter. Come on now.
Owen Jones, highbrow.
No, Tim Pool.
Tim Pool is not highbrow by any stretch of the imagination. He's got a fucking head like a fucking orange.
No, Tim Pool wouldn't come on this show because there's a guy named Batman on here.
He has the most circular head. He reminds me of Cole Pilkington.
Says the one with the cabbage on here who has the most circular head.
Why would I stop Tim Pool coming on here?
Because you used to shoot people in the head.
Might go back to that, actually.
What are you babbling about, woman?
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about Enoch Powell's speech. Blood in the Streets, as they dubbed it. I don't think that's what he actually named his speech, is it?
No, that's what the media gave it. In fact, that was the title that was given it by
I think it was
Jacob Rees-Mogg. No, it's Jacob Rees-Mogg's father, who was the editor of the Times.
Because my dad used to read the Daily Mirror back then, and that was splashed across the page. I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so he got the group of people wrong. Obviously, he was talking about the black man, Africans.
Yeah.
He was talking about West Indians. He was talking about colonial Africans.
Yeah. The people who came across here when we were in we were in need of for labour, and they came across here and they brought skills with them. They could do stuff like the Indians who came across as well. They had skills. They could do stuff.
But Powell would disagree with you. He thought they were a giant issue. He's wrong in that regard.
Well, yeah, he got, like you said, he got the people wrong, but he was still right because it's happening now.
And there is blood in the streets. I mean, if they really want to nail that title home, there is blood on the streets. There's blood on London Bridge, is there not?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is kind of ridiculous, and he ended up losing his career over this.
Yep.
Did he not?
Yep. I can remember he was trying to give a speech once, and he's standing there. He couldn't get a word out edgeways because the crowd was just chanting Enoch out.
Yeah. And that was all driven, though, by the media. I mean, it's really the sort of the original SJWs, really, that sort of caused all of that. Nobody was willing to listen to what he said. They just wanted to, get emotional about how they felt about it. They didn't think about it.
Never a racist.
No, it was still very much the post-war mentality. You've seen that kind of extreme bigotry and racism from Nazi Germany, and nobody wanted to see it again. So they jump on anything that's even remotely like that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about immigration. Okay, so we all agree that Powell was right. He just got the group of people wrong. Really, it's the Arab or the Muslim group of people that are now refugees coming into the country.
Migrants, they're not refugees. Yeah. Most of them don't come from a country that has even seen war in recent years.
Yeah, these are economic migrants. Well, economic opportunists. I would not even give them the title of migrant either.
Yeah, international dole wallers.
Dole waller. I love that. That's fucking brilliant.
Well, here's the thing, though. Okay, so Powell was given it a 20-year time frame. Well, the Sikhs actually integrated into English society. What happens if the Muslim population does the same thing? When you look at immigration in the United States, the Irish came over and they went to their own area of New York, right? But then they started to blend into society and they became Americans, not Irish. You know what I mean?
Policemen. Lots of policemen.
Well, wouldn't the same thing be said for the Muslim population? You just have to give it some time.
Yeah, well, that's fine if you have the time, but if you're constantly pumping new people in, and those people that aren't required to adapt because they are recreating their own society inside yours, then no, there is no compulsion for them to adapt.
Yeah, because the original Muslims that came over, like they were mainly Pakistani, but they weren't all lumped into the same area. Yeah, you'd have two or three families in the same area, but that'd be about it. They were spread out and they adapted.
Well, no, Batman, the majority of people who came in post-World War II, they tended to be Sikhs and Hindus. And then the West Indies, right? So, you know, but they were all, and they all kind of like had a general understanding and concept about Britishness. So when they arrived, it wasn't like it was a complete cultural, you know, abomination to them. Whereas these people who are coming over now, they have absolutely no regard whatsoever for the culture that they're moving into. They just want to institute their own on, you know, on the existing culture. It's very different.
Is that what they want to do, or is that what they want to do? Or
what they
just
are doing.
Don't know how to integrate yet? They just not understand English society.
What they are doing. They don't even learn the language, mate. If you can't even be bothered to learn the language before you move somewhere, or you know, or when you've arrived, to learn it as quick as possible, then it shows that you have absolutely no intention of integrating.
But they actually say, they've said it in open media before, that they believe that the West is corrupt and evil, democracy is evil, and it must be replaced by Islam.
And let's not forget the speech that was done by Erdogan, the Turkish Prime Minister, who said that if they have 2 children, you have 5.
Yeah.
We will outbreed them. So we're just going to beat them by demographics, which is exactly what Enoch Powell was pointing out.
Yeah, the thing is, when we have 2 children, they're not inbred.
Well, yeah, it's not. Yeah, so we've got all those issues to deal with in the future as well. All these mutant kids that are going to be popped out, fucking retarded Muslims.
All right, MC, what's your opinion on Enoch's speech?
On whose speech?
Enoch Powell.
I didn't hear it.
Well, yeah, ignorant.
Yeah, I posted it on my channel. Do you not watch my shit, MC? What the fuck's going on here?
You're on his channel, but you don't watch his channel? Jeez.
Mad.
I try to watch it, but I don't remember. I remember
MC, it's the last time I go on your lawn again.
MC didn't watch it probably because it wasn't an American.
There's a reason I say get off my lawn.
Isn't that right, MC?
Well, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Batman?
You didn't watch it because it wasn't about an American. That's why you didn't watch it.
No. It has nothing to do with it.
Okay, pretty much. Enoch Powell's whole summary of the speech is immigration bad. All right, so we're debating immigration here, basically.
Controlled immigration can be a good thing.
Yeah, no, we need it. I mean, skills.
Immigration is one thing. Migration is something different. Okay, if you have people coming into your country because they want to become part of your country, they want to become part of your nation, they want to become part of your society, okay, that's one thing. If you got people that are trying to flood into your nation to take, all right, and because they're migrants, they don't want to change, they're not coming to be part of the society, they're coming for, you know, whatever they want, economic opportunity from a want perspective, then it's bad. It's a very simple dynamic.
Well, okay, so Powell's argument was he got the class of people wrong. He was arguing that the Sikhs and the immigration of the 70s was going to be the end of English culture, basically. But really, it's the migration that's going on right now. But my argument would be, give it 20 years, they'll integrate into English society as well.
They won't. No, they won't, because they're taking over whole towns and villages, and these towns and villages, you will not hear English in them at all. There's no celebration of traditional British culture. No Christmas, nothing like that.
If you expect people to assimilate into the dominant culture of the dominant culture of a region, then you have to stop the influx of immigration to allow for that assimilation to take place.
Yes, this is exactly right.
Hey, MC, can we all agree that for the most part, including refugees and somewhat and so forth, are economic migrants no matter what the status? They still want to come to the land of milk and honey.
So, what's wrong with wanting to make your life better, though, Smith? This is supposed to be a debate. I'm going to throw some ideas at the wall here.
Real quick. I think it was about 10, 20 years ago, where we were having a huge influx of Middle Easterners coming over, particularly in the Midlands, into the rural areas. And they were undercutting the local people whose livelihood depended on those seasonal jobs because they were willing to work for half the wage. Once they got the money, they bugger off back home.
Okay, Batman, can I immigrate into the UK? Can I move over to England?
Oh,
yes, you could. Yeah, I mean, you'd need to. You see, that the thing is, it's about skills. Although, having said that, it's extremely difficult for an English person to get into the US if you want to emigrate. And you've got to hit certain criteria, which is perfectly reasonable. Like in Australia, you've got to have enough money to support yourself, for a period of time. You've got to have an address to go to, which is why most of it happens with things like corporate exchanges, because it's really about skills. So as long as you've got a skill that the other country wants, then why wouldn't you?
It's even harder to get to Australia than it is to get into the United States.
Cabbage, I'm sorry to interrupt you, and I'm sorry it was loud earlier, Shreddy. But the gumball, where they did the gumballs and they showed the difference between immigration and whatnot and how it's not good for said countries that they're escaping.
No, it didn't say immigration is not good. We said migration is not good.
No, Batman, I'm talking about the gumball. Have you seen that YouTube video? Shreddy, help me. Where is it at? Who does that?
What are
you know what I'm talking about, Cabbage?
No idea.
Okay, look up the gumball on the gumball test on immigration. So you have to watch the whole video. They talk about how many migrants show up into a country, and if we want the best and the brightest from other countries, right? That's the immigration argument.
Oh, I know what you mean. You take the best and the brightest from one country, and your country gets better, and that one goes down the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not
the other country.
Sure, cause and effect, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so therefore, that country's never going to be able to recover.
Look up real quick. Look up the gumball immigration.
I will, but I'm not going to watch it now because we're in the middle of a conversation.
Obviously.
Hold on. Does this mean that there are no longer any competent doctors and shopkeepers in India?
Well, no, and the thing is, a lot of people immigrate to another country for learning the skills, for going to college, for, a myriad of reasons. I mean, you look at the Western United States, every year when the crops need to be freaking harvested, there is an influx of migrant workers.
They're not migrants.
And they're legal. They have visas. They're allowed to be here.
They have visas. They don't become part of the country. They're there for the work.
They're economic migrants, but they're not refugees. That's the difference, right? Yeah. The thing is that they keep claiming that everyone who wants to move into a country is a refugee now, right? As if everyone is fleeing some war-torn nation, which they're not.
Yeah.
They're fleeing fucked up nations, which they fucked up themselves, and rather than fix it, they want to go and fuck up somebody else's country.
But also, Cabbage, that does come back to what I was saying, is that they want to come to the lands of milk and honey and just leave their shitholes behind, which I think is
why not? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't you? Okay, you're raising a family,
but Batman's correct. They don't leave.
Yeah, they don't leave it behind. They bring it with them.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, if I'm stuck in El Salvador and I got my fucking wife and kids, I want to get the fuck out of El Salvador.
I don't care that you want to leave.
Of course you would want to leave.
Whether or not you want to come here and be a productive member of society, or if you want to bring in all your third world dumbass shit that keeps your home country mired in stupidity.
Okay,
if that's your
why
goal,
would you not?
If you just want to take, you have no business coming into this country. I have no truck or no sympathy, and nor do I have any kind of responsibility to help you take from me.
Yeah, and why would you, Matt, again, this is the whole point. Oh, well, if I had a really fucked up life in El Salvador, then I'm going to want to go somewhere else. Why not just fix the shit where you are?
But
because sometimes it's easier said than done.
Because that takes
political
effort.
corruption.
No,
political corruption.
Effort.
Look at the El Salvadorian government.
Well, so you're saying that the governments can't get overthrown? No, it's because it's too difficult, right? It's much easier to go and just take some shit from somebody else.
But hold on.
What's better, picking up a gun and shooting at the government, or, I don't know, moving across an invisible line?
Well, I don't know. I tell you what, ask the people who fucking got the Magna Carta signed.
MD, Mad Dodge, my question is...
I can't. They were hung.
No, my question is...
But look what they did.
Would you try to come to the country you want to go to legally, or would you try to sneak through the border?
Depends on how desperate I was, to be honest. I don't know. I was born in the United States. I don't have to have, I don't have to make that choice. But a lot of people do, and they choose to get over the border any way possible.
The reason that they're doing that, though, Mad Dodge, is because they've been given a free ride.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the reason for coming here.
Yeah, look how quickly that caravan reversed when they saw Trump was serious and the gas canisters started coming.
Real quick, full disclosure, I agree with Powell as well. Everybody on the panel knows that, but I want the viewers to know that as well. I'm just trying to make this somewhat of a debate here. And if I have to play on emotion, I don't care. If I have to play on emotion, that's what I'll do. And you're looking at families. You're looking at families in shithole countries that have no chance other than to run across the border.
You want to protect for your family, then you should do it where they actually know how to live and to exist, and to they have a community, and there's actually something which is a.
Are you telling me there's not
is capable
in Southern California? Give me a fucking
break. There's a Hispanic community. Yes, there is, but
it's different.
It is very different, my friend.
Straw man.
It is false. It's a pathetic argument.
There are people who are equally as desperate as these illegal immigrants who do it the legal way, even though they're just as desperate.
They're not that desperate if they have the money and the time to wait around for 10, 15 years.
Just as desperate.
I'm sorry, Mad Dodge. Look, bless you dearly for trying, but I mean, everything you're saying is, well, like we said, it's the gun. Well, as Sith brought up, the gumball effect of either decimating those countries. So you're not doing those countries any good by leaving them either. If those countries don't want to fix themselves, you have no obligation to go in there and fix them for them, or to import the problems into your country, because you are importing those problems, that mindset. And when you get a bunch of traumatized people, I mean, it's bad enough with refugees, right? Because refugees really have been through some horrors. But when they're just illegal migrants, immigrants, then they have no real sense of obligation to any form of integration.
Okay, Cabby, simple question. I want to move to, I don't know, fucking some part of the UK, not London. Pick anywhere other than London. I want to move.
All right, Cornwall.
Okay, Cornwall. I want to move there.
Wales.
How long does it take? And what do I have to do?
Oh, you're moving right now.
No, you could get it. I mean, you can get a temporary work permit. It depends. It depends on how you're looking. If you're looking to permanently move, then you would need to apply for, citizenship, and that could take, I don't know. I've never been through the process. If you had skills, but if you don't have anything to come, I mean, there will be prerequisites in terms of how much finance you have. When you get here, you won't be allowed to take social benefits. You won't be able to.
Well, yeah. Of course. Let's say, Cabby, this is after I get my degree. I want to move there and teach. I already found a job offer. Okay?
Not a problem. Not a problem. No problem at all. Because you'll be sponsored by the university, and that's it. You're in. You'll be in there by summer.
The strange thing is nowadays, if you come from the Middle East, you've got no skills, no job, no hope of getting skills. You'll get straight in and you'll be put straight on benefits.
Exactly. You're moving the goalposts now, frickin' Mad Dodge. You're sitting up there trying to compare somebody that's educated, that is willing to sit up there and change their outlook and change their not just their circumstance, but change their culture to be part of another culture. That's not what's happening here, and you know it.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I was just wondering how difficult it would actually be, even for somebody with a degree.
Oh no, easy with a degree.
MCL will slightly argue with you with the fact that they don't realize how many Hispanics are actually in the country that are not fucking Mexican. And I can't tell you to how end it pisses me off that people think all fucking Hispanic people are brown.
But you're not Hispanic. You're a Spaniard.
I've got friends who are from Mexico, and they classify themselves just as American. They don't hyphenate. They don't say I'm a Hispanic American. They are just American as far as they're concerned.
Okay, well,
they cast that aside, you know.
Okay, that makes sense, but I don't hang out in Mexico. I've never been. There's a couple places that are really fun in Mexico, but right now, Honduras, fucking Guatemala, all of the southern countries are invading. Because they got wrong information from assholes.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched this whole... MC, do you know who David Pakman is?
I think everybody knows who that is.
I know that name. Yeah, I know that name.
But no, MC, you said I moved the goalpost. Okay, go ahead and elaborate.
You didn't move the goalpost. You changed the whole fucking field.
No.
From playing hockey to playing bloody lacrosse.
Yeah, he's got the goalposts on wheels.
Well, how is it moving?
I'm not.
It's a circular pitch now.
The migrants we're on about, Dodge, they're from the Middle East.
Are you saying they don't have colleges in the Middle East?
Probably not that this lot have ever been to. They come over here, and as opposed to say somebody coming from the United States, they go straight onto benefits. They practically have the fucking red carpet rolled out for them. If you were to come over here, you'd have to prove that you're capable of working, and you'd have to work for a while before you were eligible for any of the welfare state.
Well, that's the same thing if we were to move over to America, though. It's extremely hard for British people to get into America. You have to show that you've got, well, number one, again, it's usually down to being sponsored by a company. So a company will sponsor you coming over. And they will have to prove to the government as well that you are providing something that couldn't be provided by an American.
No ace of schools. Most of the colleges from the Middle East are not what we would consider high school.
You are supposed to be,
kindergarten.
If you come to the United States, you are supposed to not go on benefits just like you are in Great Britain. Currently, 2/3 of all non-citizens live in a household that's taking welfare.
Yeah.
Some welfare of some sort. 2/3. So this idea that the quote-unquote immigrants, all right, are somehow a plus to the economy and a plus to everything is just absolute nonsense. Unless you're going to tell me that third that isn't on welfare is all in the upper tier, which we know is nonsense. Okay, so
what numbers are you getting though? Because there's a lot of immigration into the United States from places like India, and most of them own their own companies.
No, they don't own their own companies in the United States. If you are an illegal
Indians,
can I add something to this? It is EU law that if you're a migrant or a refugee, you're supposed to settle in the first EU member state that you arrive in. Now, these people coming, it's either going to be Greece, Italy, southern France, or Spain. They don't. They land in these countries. They land in these countries, and they move up to north to the richer ones.
Yep. They do. I mean, that's the reason that we ended up with the jungle in Calais. There was none of those people should ever have got there. They should never have got to France. They had to at least go through Spain or Italy or Greece, and probably Italy, and then into France in order to get there. So they either went through 1, 2, or 3 different countries in order to get to the coast of England. Why did they make that extra effort?
Yeah, and unlike back in like the 90s, when if you were an illegal immigrant into the UK, you would be forcibly deported. Any of these that managed to get across the border into the UK are allowed to stay.
Well, have you seen the new party that's getting traction in, where is it? Andalusia, down the southwest province of Spain. Yeah, the Vox party.
They're the ones who want to leave Spain, aren't they?
Real quick.
No, that's
James
the other
in the
one.
chat. James in the chat says, at Mad Dodge, you cannot compare manual laborers at best from Central America to engineers and PhDs in science from India. Disingenuous. To be fair, James, I am arguing against myself here at this point. I'm just trying to make this an actual debate because everybody.
Yeah, but we told you. Just don't make it a debate. Just have a discussion. I don't understand why you didn't just go with the discussion.
Well, I'm not going to have
idea.
a giant circle jerk where we all just agree with each other. There is a separate point of view on this. There are people that believe that the immigration is good.
I'm sorry, but the separate point of view that you have is based strictly on emotion, how you feel, what it's like.
Honestly,
oh my!
Let him finish.
What do you mean let him finish? You fucking telling someone to be allowed to finish?
Yeah, it's like you don't
irony.
need to finish to let them finish.
Fucking irony.
Well, no, I was comparing illegal and legal immigration because we do have legal immigration still, but it takes decades to actually become a citizen in the United States, at least. I'm not sure about the UK, which Enoch Powell would have been talking about the UK.
That's because in the United States, they're trying to prove what? They're trying to prove you want to become a member of the U.S. You want to become a U.S. citizen. You want to change whatever culture that you're coming from to the American culture. All right? Well, that's why it takes so long. Okay?
See, that's exactly the point. That's why when I hear melting pot, yeah, we were at one point. Okay? All right? Yes. A nation of immigrants, I would say there are some immigrants here, but after the second generation, if you're born on American soil, not the illegals that have kids. Let me see before you get that. What I'm saying is if you're naturalized an American citizen, your parents immigrated legally, you're a fucking American. You're not any longer anything else.
What they found during that melting pot phase that everyone loves to reference is they forced the government. The government was forced to do what? It was forced to halt all immigration for about 40 years.
Yeah. Because they had to get, everyone had to be sort of settled down. But also, don't forget, at that time, there wasn't any, during the melting pot period, there was no social benefits to be had. Very little. It all came from charities.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and there shouldn't be any social benefits. And if you look at the
UK, now, you can't ignore immigration today and try and compare it to what it was like then, and ignore the fact that whether you like to have the social safety net there or not, the fact is that it's there. All right, you're not going to get rid of it unless you get rid of that first. Or is that what your real call is? Is that before we do any immigration, we should
Okay, first off, what I would do is I would remove the social safety net, and then I would have an Ellis Island style immigration.
But you still got immigration that entire time that you're trying to say, let's remove the social safety net. All right, you're going to do what with immigration? Are you going to stop it or not?
We can stop it. We can stop it for half of my. We can stop it for my first term. We'll do a 4-year stop. My second term in office, we reopen it.
What if you're not successful in getting the social safety net taken away?
Yeah, try and get that through Congress and the Senate.
Yes, MC, that would be a good idea.
Executive Order 66. I don't fucking know, MC. Like, I don't have all the fucking answers here.
That's a Star Wars reference.
Well, if you want to be president,
that was, yes.
No, but what I'm saying is, you know what? I grew up, again, in northern New Mexico, Dodge. I grew up with illegal immigrants. I know these guys well, and I grew up also with some of these guys that are legal immigrants and have visas and whatnot, and they will have 15 dudes in the same house. Oh yeah, and I'm not talking wives and kids. No, it's not women and children. It is military age, working age adults that are getting fucking paid slave motherfucking labor.
Yeah,
That
no,
was-
they
that-
do.
That
No,
was the
and
same with
Let me
the
finish, please.
Sith, they
And
do that
these
shit here
guys-
too. They have one-bedroom apartments lined with bunk beds. I know, I get it, dude.
yeah.
I live
literally.
on the West Coast.
And no, and I was
came over here with the Middle Eastern lot. Yeah.
and no,
Yeah.
that's
And the college,
exactly how it
actually,
goes.
when
That's
the
a big
college
problem.
went-
Some of these guys are legal, and they bring in and harbor the illegals. And earlier today, now MC, Cabbage, I want you guys to listen for a second. So, did you hear that earlier that they were saying, CNN was saying that Donald Trump has illegal systems working? Did any of you hear that?
No.
Yeah, no, I heard you. And Ace of Skulls in the chat brings up something. Can we also not forget the major issue of how ISIS has controlled a passport-making facility in Syria? That is a very good point, and that actually hurts my argument because when I'm saying... No, it does. Because
You don't have an argument. We've already agreed
you
that.
shut the fuck up, Cabby. What I am fucking saying is you have an Ellis Island style immigration. You have it streamlined. They go in a line. You check them for disease. You make sure they can speak English, and you check their background. We are in the internet age. We can check people's background. And if you can't check their background, you kick them out. You're done. Peace.
I've got a better idea.
But if they could forge identity papers like a passport, then that's an issue.
Yeah, I've got a better idea. Yeah, screw this Ellis Island stuff. You know those super large prison ships you've got? You have a fleet of those, like we have in the UK. We get a fleet of those in the English Channel, and the immigrants have to wait on those before they can come into the UK.
Yeah. And then the ones that don't get approval all get shipped back home again.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dodge, you might get this. Something really good about Trump and whatnot. They stopped Mexican shitweed coming from the border. Now we have nothing but really good pot.
Well,
No,
that's
I'm
because
fucking
weed's
serious.
legal.
I'm not joking here. Am I wrong, Dodge? When's the last time you think you saw some shitty ass Mexican weed?
Oh, dude, it's been over 20 years.
Right? That's all I had to say about that.
God, I hated that Mexican brickweed. Anyway, I digress. God damn it. But no,
it's a vibrator, Joshua.
When it comes to immigration, man, there's ways you can streamline it and ways to do it to where it doesn't take a decade for somebody to become a citizen.
You're busy focusing on that rather than fixing the social safety net. So what the hell's the point? Where's your priorities?
But also, we're oversighting the fact that a lot of the people that are seeking asylum, MC, they get just let into the country, and you know that they just get let in, and they're like, "Oh, your court cases whenever," and those guys are like, "Yeah, later."
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that asylum is meant only for refugees. That's the problem, because everyone is coming through on this idea that they're a refugee, that they aren't just a migrant. And that's where the problem lies.
And a refugee is not doing what? He's not trying to change his culture, is he? He's trying to bring his culture with him.
Well, okay.
Well, he's just escaping whatever's there.
Refugee.
Real quick, when you have refugee status, don't you have to return to your country of origin after the war?
That's what I was going to say. And a lot of these so-called refugees from the Middle East, I think it's from Syria, isn't it? They're not actually from there.
No, they're not. They're Eritreans, a lot of them.
Most of them are coming from North Africa, actually.
That's what I mean, Eritreans.
Well, Eritrea is not north. Well,
but they migrate.
You're right about that too. There's a lot of there's a lot of Sudanese. There's a lot of Algerians, etc.
Well, MC man, real quick. So I came in pretty late, pretty damn late. Got here about 22 minutes in. I know that when I checked. So can someone catch me up? That way I know what exactly we're talking about.
Enoch Powell, blood in the streets, immigration bad, orange man bad. You're caught up.
No, not immigration bad. Migration bad.
Illegal immigration bad.
Yeah.
All right. So do you mind if I play devil's advocate here?
Try. I mean, Mad Dog just tried and he got fucking eviscerated. So yeah, well, if you want to get sliced up, that's up to you.
All right. It's a little bit more towards the outside, but a little bit more, just a little bit more out there. As far as I go, I'll take a little bit further. And to be honest, we have to be. I mean, we gotta stop messing around with who these people are. All right, we know they come from the Middle East. When it comes to Europe, we know they come from the Middle East. Majority of these people do. And yes, now recently they're coming from Africa as well. And when it comes to America, for the most part, we're seeing it from Central America and right now.
So it's south to north.
Right now, and Southern America.
Yeah, south to north.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, even still, I know we don't want to offend anyone, but we have to be honest about who these people really are.
No, I don't give a shit about offending them. No, if they live in a shithole, I don't see any problem with telling them they live in a shithole. And they should
if you live in a shithole,
and they shouldn't come over here.
Yeah.
They shouldn't come over here and turn our house. I don't want my home being turned into a shithole.
If you live in a shithole, wouldn't you like to move out of said shithole? You don't want to be in the shithole anymore. Same reason why the freaking Visigoths.
Yes, yeah, but it's not my responsibility to fucking house you and feed you because you happen to come from a shithole.
Please speak.
No. Go ahead.
Fuck you, Batman. Sub-Zero still wins.
Come on, Jacob.
All right. Thank you. All right, so for the most part, when it comes to immigration, I would say, as MC has said plenty of times, stop it completely. Until as well, there is the issue of the illegals, but at the same time, there are legal people here in these communities, in the Hispanic community, who do help out with these people. They do help them get over this border. And it's many of them. It's not just a minority of them, it's many of them who know they have someone who is an illegal. They know someone from their family or a friend. That's an issue.
Yeah, but they're like sleeper cells, aren't they? So they're effectively acting on behalf of the enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are we defining them as enemies?
Well, because they are. Because they are destroying the country. Yeah, they are actually. They are bringing the country down.
We discovered the root of the issue.
Shows how different
if somebody is an enemy, you start a war. Sorry, Jacob.
No, quality of life.
It shows how different, at least in the UK, the attitudes have been. Because I remember in the 90s, every other week there was a news report about somebody's family getting broken up because they'd come across legally and got the rest of the family in illegally, and the rest of the illegals had been sent back, and they were given a choice to stay in the country or leave with the family. And now
they're being taught because socialism is so much a part of their mentality that they're owed and they deserve all of this, and that America and Americans stole it from them, which is why they have no problem when they're marching saying there should be people coming into this country and they should do something about the illegal aliens, and they're marching in the streets, and what are they all doing? Flying foreign flags.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
they're not trying to assimilate. They're not trying to be part of the country.
Because you're calling them enemies.
But no, it's not because we're calling them enemies.
Wait a minute, MC. Every year when the World Cup comes around, you get stupid ass Italians flying an Italian flag. Everybody's Mexican on Cinco fucking de Mayo. I mean, what are you talking about here, dude? I own a Confederate flag. Am I putting down the American flag?
Yeah, it's the same thing as like on St. Andrew.
Once again, we try moving the goalposts. We're not talking about people celebrating a frickin' sporting event in a sports stadium. We're talking about people that are marching in the streets, all right, demanding political change.
And you can't classify a sports event.
De Mayo.
an element. This is the cultural aspect, though. It's the culture that's really where the issue is. It's not a fucking sports game. It's not about some transient little piece of shit. This is something which is going to actually have an impact on the cultural effects within your nation.
And another thing, memes. Why is it always when America tries to defend America or Americans try to defend America, it's like, well, you're calling them the enemy. How come you can't look at them and say, how come they're not the enemy?
Because you just called them the enemy.
Because they are the enemy. They are the ones who are harming the country. What is wrong with telling somebody who's harming the country that they're the enemy? Please tell me that.
Attention, everybody in the stream. Apparently, CSG today is a woman.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, no one cares.
Like I just said,
right.
Pregnant.
No, fine. Who cares? Well, that's no relevance to the conversation. Jacob, you were saying something. I was
trying to stop.
Jacob, you were saying something. Yeah, and you didn't. Jacob.
Cabin,
what were you going to say, mate?
Right, and Quinn finish. Let Quinn talk. Quinn's been trying to say something, guys. Please.
Jesus.
No, Jacob's been trying to talk.
All right. So this whole time I was actually looking in the chat real quick. I want you guys just to look in the chat. Look what I said, and it's pretty much true. And I'll get back to what I was saying.
Okay, Quinn, go ahead.
All right.
I was just saying, very cold, Cabby. Nice.
All right.
I've got to say something here to Jacob. You notice nobody argued with you with that comment.
Yeah. Come on, Jacob. Speak up, mate.
All right. All jokes aside, I will want to go further because there is the issue of even legal people are here, legal Mexicans, legal migrants, whatever you want to call them. Even they are helping the people crossing the border illegally, or they're keeping them safe from ICE. That is an issue. As far as it goes, I would say we need to deport them out of the country, even despite their legal status. Because when they're there helping these people, why should they stay?
No, if
you're
kicking
legal, Americans out of the country.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that. If you are a legal citizen, wait a minute. If you're a legal citizen and
the country, man,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you have this thing called due process. You have this thing called due process. If you're breaking the law, you get arrested and you get charged. We have this thing called due process.
You guys have a disagreement on policy and whether or not it's actually constitutional. But to go back to what MC was saying, MC, I would answer your earlier point with Mad Dodge. When folks see your Confederate flag and they say you're the enemy of the United States, how does that make you feel?
What a bullshit thing! Holy shit, did you really pull that out your ass?
Well, no, and actually half of them don't even know what the stars and bars are. They think it's the colonial flag, and they all go, oh, nice flag. And I end up laughing at them. But anyway.
I do believe that the United States has a policy where somebody who's a legal immigrant, gotten in there legally, right, and become an American citizen, and has broken the law a few times, they have their citizenship revoked and they get deported back to their country.
Well, no. To revoke citizenship, getting U.S. citizenship is difficult. If someone becomes a U.S. citizen, can their citizenship be revoked? There is a process for doing that. It is very difficult. If, however, you're a resident alien on legal status and you violate any law, that is grounds for whatever. That is grounds right there to deport your ass. And it is one of the things that we have said we reserve the right to do. Do they do it? No. Could they do it? Yes.
Look.
Should they do it? Yes.
Yes.
MC, this is a great fun moment for a segue. So apparently CNN says that Donald Trump had illegal immigrants working for him. Do I doubt it? No. Not whatsoever. I'm sure he did have some employed. If he has any more employed, what I said on the Hard Bastard stream was go ahead and call ICE.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Shut up for a second, Cabbage. Let me finish before I lose train of thought. Sorry, bro. No, but what I'm saying is, so if Donald Trump does have illegal employees, I think he would be a hypocrite, and if they can prove that, he needs to get punished for it, and they need to be deported, and that's actually an impeachable thing.
But the thing is, he doesn't. I bet you, if anyone finds out, it'll be some people who were illegal immigrants worked on one of the projects that was part of his, a development. Now he would employ subcontractors. But all of these things, do you think that Donald Trump's going around onto street corners picking up Mexicans on the back of a fucking truck and taking them to...
Well, here's the thing. Aren't Donald Trump's assets currently in a trust run by his children?
No, I'm just saying, I mean, seriously, do you honestly believe that that's what fucking happens? Donald Trump, actually runs a fucking construction site. He's there with a bloody hard hat, right? No, of course he's not. It's all being done by subcontractors. So those companies are going to be the ones that are liable for the employment of illegal immigrants.
Okay, everybody in the panel, do you agree with me that if Donald Trump is employing illegal immigrants, that he actually has an impeachment charge and that motherfucker can get the fuck out?
It isn't an impeachment. When you say employ him, it means that he's the one who hired them. Yeah, right? Which means that they came in. Now, here's the problem: under what conditions did that exist? Did he know he was hiring an illegal alien? Did he knowingly hire an illegal alien? That's what the difference is.
Kind of sticking out of it. Wouldn't you want to know?
It does make a difference, because if somebody comes up to you with forged paperwork and you think that they're legal to be in this country, so you go ahead and hire them. All right, and you use that documentation and say, hey, this person showed me the documents. All right, how is that somehow on me for making a mistake because somebody showed me a freaking
real quick. Okay, real quick. There is a difference between what MC just described and you hiring somebody and not paying taxes on them. You're only paying them $4.50 an hour, and you know damn well they're illegal. These are two completely different things.
But what I'm saying,
it's a difference between whether it's directly employing them or if it's through a subcontractor. If it's through a subcontractor, it has absolutely no relevance to him. That's up to the subcontractor to be held accountable.
And if that if that subcontractor hired illegal aliens to do it, that guy needs to be charged and fired.
Yeah. The thing we're dealing here with SSM that I can see is basically, here's the thing. Donald Trump right now, I believe his assets are actually in a trust run by his children. Number two, you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company, and like Cabby and MC were saying, unless he's the dude literally saying, you're hired, he has numbers of managers, assistant managers, and stuff like that. It's very messy to have a direct thing. Is very hard.
You're fired.
It wouldn't surprise. Well, he likes to.
Just distinguish between fucking reality TV and actual reality.
Is there? It's getting kind of blurred, Cabby.
Well,
no, it's
kind of
really blurry, dude. If Donald Trump actually has illegals working for him, I think he would be a hypocrite, and he needs to get fucking impeached. Let me finish. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead, Batman. Sorry.
Yes, if Donald Trump knowingly has illegals working for him, especially if he's hired them himself, I would agree with you wholeheartedly. But if he doesn't know they're illegals, and he can prove that he doesn't know they're illegals, or if, like you said, it's a subcontractor who's hired them.
Well, actually, wasn't it proved that he had some undocumented workers working for him like 30 years ago or something?
Doesn't
in the past?
No, wait a minute though. Okay. Donald Trump's worth how much money? Do you really like? I think Cabby has a point. He's not down there with a hard hat on. He's pushing papers across the desk.
He's so high up. He actually pays somebody else to do that for him.
Yeah, and does he use E-Verify? If he uses E-Verify,
there is no such thing as E-Verify.
There is the state of Oregon.
No,
it's
there's not,
required.
because there's no database that connects in Oregon to the federal government or the federal database. There is no E-Verify.
Do I need to look up the
what
E-Verify shit
what
right
they
now?
do is they look to see whether or not it's a valid social security number at best.
Oh, well, it sounds good.
That they have, and the reason for it is because the whole concept of E-Verify was never approved by Congress, and they never implemented it in any way, shape, or form. Everybody keeps talking about it. It doesn't exist. It never has.
Oh, well, that sounds like Congress. If they say it, they're talking about things. Maybe they should.
Under the entire Obama administration, it's amazing how the E-Verify program never got passed. What a surprise!
Oh, these things happen. But
MC, when was the last time you applied for an entry-level position at anything? Because I have, and most of the places were E-Verify. You had to freaking...
Do you know how many social security numbers have been stolen by these migrants, quote unquote?
I'm pretty sure that everybody here knows that, huh?
Well, no, seriously though, MC. When was the last time you had to take an entry-level job where they would even use E-Verify?
It's been quite a while. I will admit that.
Oh,
okay. But it doesn't matter. E-Verify doesn't exist. The kind of E-Verify system that you're talking about, you think it exists. It doesn't. It doesn't exist.
There's no actual national-based system. And just to touch on what Cabby said here or a little bit earlier about company sponsorship, I actually had a friend. He was a foreign exchange student from the Czech Republic, and he actually graduated from a very good university over here, and he was trying to get a sponsorship, but he couldn't get a sponsorship, so he had to go back to Czech. I mean, don't get me wrong, Czech's a nice place, but it does show that, like, the system itself, in order to actually become a United States citizen, to continue to get your green card actually renewed, like, it's a pain in the ass. Even one of my buddies I worked with back in the day, like, for him to actually
be a pain in the ass.
You know what?
That's fine.
You know why all that shit's a pain in the ass? Because we have so many fucking illegals coming in who are backing up the goddamn system, bogging down the goddamn immigration system. Like, oh man, yeah, you want to go about this stuff? This stuff is ridiculous, because here's the thing about it. The more that fucking illegals try to run over the fucking border and shit, the more the fucking immigration system gets bogged down. They have to take resources off of people like fucking green cards.
Well, real quick, I want to read this. I want to read this before it gets buried in the chat. Common Sense Guy says, wait, to the panel, if Trump gets impeached for hiring illegal immigrants, does that mean the people that run the sanctuary cities need to be sacked too, as well as all the politicians that support illegals?
Yes.
Yes.
But they won't.
From my limited understanding of American law, these sanctuary cities are actually breaking federal law, aren't they?
They are breaking federal law. And Trump tried to rein them in, and they ran right to the courts. All right, and now it's going through the court system again.
And you know what? That's a problem as well with this immigration.
Aliens.
Well, and once precedent starts getting set, then you have judicial precedent.
I think the people
play it out.
I think the people who run these sanctuary cities should wind up in San Quentin.
All right. As far as the courts go, they are actively working against our interests. They have not done a thing to help us.
For crying out loud, you had the lawyers for Comey actually, when he was trying to sue the Congress, saying, "I want my testimony to be in public testimony," right? And they said, "No, you're gonna testify behind closed doors," right? And he went to court to try and stop that. His lawyers actually stated, when the judge says, the Constitution says that the Congress can hold whatever kind of meetings they want. I can't tell them what to do. He goes, well, this is your chance to make law. That's the kind of crap that you got going on right now. And they weren't joking.
Can I quote from the chat here? James von Maxwell just said, not to put down the other Western countries who are also top shelf, but why is it a surprise that no one is trying to break into Cuba?
Or Venezuela, or into the Democratic Republic of Congo? When was the last time you heard of people trying to invade there because they wanted all the benefits?
Hey, the thing is,
everything that's going to be coming from it.
If people from like the developed nations, like the West, did start influxing into these countries and slowly taking on, they'd improve them.
Well, you know what we did? It was called the colonies.
Yep.
You know what really gets me fucking going too is like, okay, when people were crying about the whole fucking tear gas bullshit, if you look at the picture of the mom with the kid's about
fake picture.
Hold on, wait, I have a fucking point to this. Okay. So the mom or whatever who was holding the fucking kid who looked about 6 or 7 years old, she was wearing a fucking diaper. If you can't figure out how to potty train your goddamn kids, I don't want you in this fucking country.
Agreed.
No, sorry, but you know, if you bring in these people, they have nothing that they can relate to whatsoever into the countries that they're going into. They are not going to adapt in any time soon. The only thing you can hope for is maybe two generations down might have some kind of semblance of the indigenous culture. But the ones who come in, absolutely not.
See, I would say a lot of folks, the reason why they want to come in here is because, yeah, it's freaking badass to be an American. We're freaking America.
No, they come in here to take. Okay?
Well, some folks,
comes in to take. They're coming in to take. They're not coming in here to be Americans. If they were coming here to be Americans, that would be one thing. But that's not why they're coming here. Okay?
No, they're coming here for better life.
What?
Coming here for better life.
No. They're coming here for the easy life. It's not a better life. They're coming here for the easy life.
That's what I mean. That's why I said earlier. No, this is why.
Argument.
MC, this is why I said earlier. Why don't they fix the shit in their own countries? Then they wouldn't have to move, and they'd be more viable.
The huddled masses yearning to be free. They don't give a shit about freedom.
I think some of them would disagree with you on that, but a lot of this doesn't come.
They would, but that's because they want free shit and they're lazy.
We haven't updated. We haven't done comprehensive immigration reform in how many years?
Because we attempted to do it and learn the situation right now.
For how many years?
There's a bunch of fucking liberals like you.
Hey, one at a time.
Yeah, and a bunch of fucking liberals like you, memes, prevented it from happening.
Maybe if folks like
wait a minute. That's kind of bullshit because Ronald Reagan had an amnesty plan. Come on, don't give me that
You're
shit.
not supposed to mention that. It's been about 30 years.
And that was the comprehensive freaking immigration reform. Reagan said it was going to be a one-term thing. All the Democrat senators, including Kennedy, said, oh, yeah, it's just a one-time thing, and it was comprehensive immigration reform. And what was the result, memes?
And weren't we supposed to do stuff after the fact?
Who was in charge of making sure
I guess it wasn't politically expeditious or anything.
No. I mean, it was because the Democrats did another one of their similar things. They'll promise to help out. They'll promise to do things. They'll promise to cut spending and never do because their ideology is far more important than this country or anyone else.
Well, you should keep your promises.
If you want to look, if they have
wait, real quick. Maybe it's a libertarian in me, but I'm going to bash Reagan again. What Reagan fucking was supposed to cut spending? How'd that fucking go?
Reagan couldn't cut spending.
Gave us amnesty.
The entire time Reagan was in charge. The entire time Reagan was in Congress, or President of the United States, rather. The entire time, who was in charge of the House of Representatives?
I don't know, but
where
I know
did the spending bills come from? We have this thing called the Constitution.
Who's in charge of the House of Representatives right now?
Nancy Pelosi.
No, that's in January.
Skeletal.
You have a very thin majority of frickin' Republicans, but that has nothing to do with this. What does that have to do with this conversation right now?
Over the past 30 years.
No, it comes down to when people try to sit up there and do these things. Okay, the Democrats will stab you in the back and lie. When you think you've got a deal with somebody and the people you're dealing with are dishonest, backstabbing weasels, all right, where they can get cover from the press because the press will never hold them to their promises, all right, because they're on their side. This is the result when you've had decades and decades of this going on. And you can sit up there and bash Reagan because he couldn't cut spending as if he could because the spending comes from where? Congress. And you went back and started going, well, I'm going to bash Reagan again because you're so freaking much of a coward to look at the other side and say, we really have a problem with what's been going on with the leftists in this country.
Oh,
that's nice. But no,
Hey,
wait
you're
a
a
minute
troll.
here, dude.
You're a troll.
Well, here's the thing. With certain rhetoric like that, I think a good little chat in a pub with some pizza, you'd be able to figure more stuff out. Like back in the day when representatives actually lived in Washington, their kids went to school together, and they actually saw each other as human beings, not like the other dude across the argument.
Oh, words
You're such a fucking retard.
I know. They're so hurtful.
Memes, MC. Can you two ever get along?
Yes.
No, is that seriously?
One very
memes.
scary
I mean, that's the
things.
thing, right? You just think that if we all just sit down, we can all get along, sing Kumbaya, we all have.
Oh, fuck right off, Gabby. I wasn't after you.
We can always go the EU.
Smoke a piece.
I asked a simple question.
Some backdoor deals.
Yeah, fine, you did, and so what? Right, but you think everyone's going to sit around and just have a peace pipe or something like that, and then it's all going to be, sweetness and light and people making daisy chains.
If we passed around some granddaddy perks in the house, you're saying we couldn't have some more affability?
Shit, if you got a peace pipe, fucking pass that bitch.
All right, I'm trying to shove it through the microphone right now for you, but no.
Can you be affable with somebody that's going to stab you in the back?
Well, no, I'm just going to put pineapple on your pizza, MC. That's all.
Oh, that's
wrong. You bully the nerd enough. If he doesn't do your homework for you, I mean, don't be surprised.
Look, a more modern example of what he's talking about is look at what fucking Schumer said a couple of years ago about closing the borders, doing all of this, and now
I really
all of a
hope
sudden,
you're talking about Chuck and not Amy.
Yeah. Well, fucking that. Those are two peas in a pod because that's actually his niece. But fucking Chuck Schumer a couple of years ago, he stood up and said that, let's close the borders, have actual immigration and blah, blah, blah. And now he's like, open borders, let them all in. Let's be a part of the Fields gang. So it's that flip-flop, and I think that's where MC is really fucking, it grinds his gears and why he's fucking snapping.
Well, no, what's irritating me, though, is all this talk about immigration reform. Name me a president that has done immigration reform. Name me a prime minister.
Yeah, but the thing is, look, absolutely. And this is the problem. We have to fix what we failed to do in the past. What's the problem going back and saying, well, we failed to do it previously, so therefore we can't do anything about it. We can't fix
there have
it
been
now.
several attempts.
There have been several
arguments immigration reform. Several attempts. And the one part of immigration reform that never goes through, okay, is build the wall to limit immigration, to take control of the border. And the reason for that is obstruction. And the obstruction comes from the leftists. And I'm not talking Democrats, I'm talking all the leftists. All the ones that want a freaking open border bullcrap. Okay, you want to talk about, well, who's doing immigration reform? The one people who need to do immigration reform is Congress. So if we have an immigration problem and Congress isn't listening to us, why is that?
Because we're not making them?
Can we just hire China to build the wall for us? They're pretty good at building walls.
They last for a long time.
They got history. Yeah, they got a good resume.
Just throw that out there.
So hang on, are you saying that? So now you want Chinese immigrants now? Is that what it is?
Yes.
All right, guys,
build you your wall.
Currently, what's going on? Currently, what goes on right now is a little bit more important. Actually, it is important since it is now. It's happening right now. Currently, we do see that yes, it's the leftists, the really extreme leftists, even the mild ones, that are helping this migration, this illegal migration. Alongside that, there is some open honesty needs to be made. We don't see much of the elected officials, the elected Republicans, doing much to even stop this. We don't see that.
We're talking about
above all, and hold on. Above all that, we see that at the very early on when Trump was in the election. Then when you start to get in, they weren't completely on his side. A lot of them aren't.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So we need to make sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we need to make sure who the hell it is we're electing. Because at this point, I'm not seeing a lot of people that are right for the job who are helping us. I don't. Maybe Ted Cruz is a guy. Maybe he's one of them. But as far as that goes, I'm not seeing a lot of people who are Republicans, elected Republicans, that are doing a hell of a lot to even help us. So
they're only helping themselves, aren't they?
Exactly. That's
Fuck
exactly
Ted.
what it is.
Fuck Ted
Feathering
Cruz
their own nest.
all the way.
Jacob, it's the establishment, man. And I'm not. It's literally the establishment.
No, and I'm looking at the chat, and memes bounced out of here, but he's in the chat. He says, "So, Mad Dodge, you're outsourcing American jobs." God damn it.
No, he's importing Chinese workers.
But yeah, look, as much as
does
going over
China
history
own
is
America?
important, we need to also make sure what the hell it is what's going on right now. We need to be open and honest about it. It's not just one side currently, it's also the elected officials. It's not just the left's elected officials, it's also the right's elected officials who just talk, but don't actually do anything.
Come on. This is the whole point, which is why whenever a government gets into power, I mean, the manifestos which are utilized in order to get themselves the congressmen and the senators or, the president, they never fulfill on their manifestos. And when was the last? I mean, Trump's actually one of the few that's actually gone forward with his.
Yeah, but Trump isn't a politician.
As far as Trump goes, he's attempted to.
Yeah.
Yes, the tax cuts are probably good, but after that, there's just not a whole lot. There really isn't.
Well, he definitely needs to do the wall thing because that was one of his major platforms. Yeah. If he fails to do that, that's going to be a real.
At some point in time, he should have done it sooner, to be honest. But what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to pull the trigger and do a government shutdown. He's not going to have a choice. Because there won't be the leftists and that includes the ones that have an R by their name will not move unless pain is actually presented directly to them and to their constituencies. Okay, and then their constituencies get off their asses and say enough's enough. Build the freaking wall.
Do you think he's doing it do you think it's a timing thing that he's waiting so that when it comes to the next election, he will kick it off? He'll kick the wall.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be before that. I think you're going to see during this Christmas time. If he doesn't get the wall funding this time, I think he's going to sit there and kick off saying no, we're not going to extend this again.
Look, guys.
Right, but do you think it's not like a 2020 election kind of
As much as I would like to be optimistic.
No, I think it's going to be this December.
Jacob's trying to say something.
Hold on. As much as I would like to be optimistic with you guys, I'm just not seeing it right now. I'm not saying that he won't or will. I'm unsure about it. Because he has had plenty of time to do something about this situation. Plenty of time.
That's why I think he's using it as a political pawn.
When you say he's got plenty of time to do something about the situation, what can he do?
Well, he's still got to get the budget approved through.
No, he doesn't.
Hold on.
No, he doesn't.
Look,
he can move money from the military fund or the off-the-book fund and use it to build the wall.
No,
he can do it right now.
No.
What have I happened? Go ahead, Aces. Sorry.
You do not take money away from our fucking military, number one. You know why so many fucking people have died in the plane crashes and shit? It's because our shit is so fucking out of date that we can't fucking build anything. We take the money away from the fucking militaries that we're funding overseas and we give it back to our fucking troops. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Because
yes, I get where you're getting at, man. I get where you're getting at. All right? We all get where you're saying.
No,
you do.
Do you, boo-boo?
now, gentlemen, please. Okay, back to your corners.
Go ahead. I muted Jacob to let you finish. Make your point.
Okay. Give our fucking troops a raise, because even at E4 fucking level, you're still making less than $25,000 a year, and for how much you have to work. And with the whole government shutdown thing, no, it's not a government shutdown. That's when you force your fucking troops to work and you don't fucking pay them. Like I'm oh my god, I fucking
You're not gonna have a choice.
No, okay. Okay.
I understand what you're saying. Believe me, I've been through plenty of times when they've shut the government down and my paycheck got delayed. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right. And it does, and it's bullshit, and it really is, especially when you've got bills that are due on certain days, and you're just trying to make ends meet. All right, at that level, I understand fully what you're saying, but the reality is that you're not going to get this through any other way. You're going to have to force Congress to actually do their jobs, which is something Congress is not going to do willingly at this point in time. And so the only way to force it is to bring it down to the point of, okay, we're going to show the American people and everybody else this is your priority. And I understand what you're saying.
But,
I understand that the pain it's going to involve. All right, but people have got to understand who these leftists truly are. All right, and to the point where because right now there's still people like memes who honestly believe that there's, oh no, they're not like that, they're not like this, they're not anti-American, they're not like that. He truly believes that. Why? Because they keep telling him that, and the press will keep trying to cover for him. At this point in time, you've got to expose what their priorities are, and their priorities are everybody but America.
Yeah, MC, isn't there also, doesn't the president have a discretionary budget? I mean, couldn't he instigate it himself just purely off that budget alone? Let's get it begun.
There are certain discretionary spendings that you can do and can't do. And a lot of that stuff is tied and limited by Congress into what he can and can't move around. So what they've done is they basically hamstrung with this latest frickin' thing, saying that you can't use any of this money toward like a border wall funding or anything like that. And so you can't just take that money and use it however you want. And what's more is you can't take that discretionary funding from, let's say, the Department of Energy and give it to the Department of Defense or give it to the Department of Housing.
So, could he utilize the military then with the drones and things in order to create an electronic wall?
An electronic wall will never work.
Well, no, I mean, it won't be ideal, but it's still going to be better, isn't it? It's going to be an improvement.
No, it isn't, because unless you sit up there and have the military actually conducting searches and conducting raids and actually going in there and stopping people actually on the border, which a lot of people will say that's violating posse comitatus, he can't do it.
No. I mean, if you just have the drones, which are using, I mean, they've got the superior optics and they've got the sensors.
Okay,
and things. You can detect
and so you watch them come across the border. You can't.
And you report them to the border guards, right? And then they can go out and they can actually pick these people up, so you can locate them much more easily.
You can do. They're doing that now. It's not working.
Okay, real quick. Hello. All right.
Yo.
Hey, Hamster.
What I was trying to say, though, Ace, I wasn't necessarily talking about the government shutdown. I was saying you could take money from a little bit of the military budget, or like, let's say, have the Army Corps of Engineers build the wall, and you could use money from the military budget to do so. And as president, he should be able to direct the Army Corps of Engineers to build said wall.
If he attempts to do that, there's other rules that he would be violating.
What?
Yes.
Look,
and
that's actually a point I was trying to get at.
What rules?
Look,
not
trying to get at as well.
Oh, go ahead, man.
We want him to do the right thing, but at the same time, through the rules. But we see right now, the left, the Congress is purposely working against him with these rules. They're setting him up like that. And as much as some would not like this, I'd say he would have to break those rules to do the right thing. Because we are seeing that right now, our enemies have control over the government.
No, you don't let the president just break rules, or else.
Well, here's the thing, Matt. It's either the right thing or allow our enemies to win.
Then you allow them to win, but you keep whatever.
Yeah, but then you end up with tyranny.
You do not allow the president to break rules. You don't. Matter of fact,
there's
they're
a legal process.
So allow our enemies to win. That's the only option.
No,
I'm not going to trade my republic for a dictatorship. It's not going to happen. You can't convince me.
Matt.
Well, if it can be arbitrarily changing.
No other options. We are having no other options because at the same time, majority of Republican voters, majority of the left's voters, You're still voting for the same people who aren't helping us.
Oh well.
Oh well. So at that point, all right, Matt, that's a double-edged sword because then the country doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter.
If you sacrifice your republic, then you have no country. What does it matter?
First. The people need to come first,
the republic.
Matt.
No, the republic.
The people are the republic, Matt.
I'm not going to trade my liberty for security. Not going to do it. Not going to trade my liberty for security. May the chains hang lightly upon you, my friend.
Matt, as much as you want to say that, it still means little in reality. It really does.
And Mad, my fucking point that I was trying to get at with the whole taking money out of the military budget is, fuck that. Take money out of the fucking foreign aid. Because, like, we spent... somewhere around $4 trillion in 2017 on foreign aid. Like, no, fuck those motherfuckers.
No, we don't spend that much on foreign aid, but the annual budget is about $4 trillion. The annual budget for the United States is about $4 trillion.
No, I'm sorry. It's somewhere around. I'm looking up right now. Obama administration had planned for $41.9 billion in foreign aid for 2017.
That's one thing that disgusts me about this country years ago. They keep saying we've got no money. We've got no money. Oh, here, foreign aid. There's £14.5 billion.
Yeah. Amazing how they find the money out of nowhere when they want to do some ad campaign or promotion or something. Some virtue signaling. They suddenly have money for virtue signaling. They don't have anything for anything of substance.
You're all a bunch of damn haters, these women coming over and having their kids.
I hate you, hamster.
You soulless mutant.
You sick
heartless
bastard.
people. Yes.
Right
How you guys doing?
A bunch of people.
Oh, here we go.
Good, thank you.
Yeah, the debt clock. Thank you. That's a fucking great way of looking at it too.
Doesn't it just make you depressed? You're looking at it in real time. Oh, that's nice.
But why do you hate the children?
I hate the children. I don't hate the children. I hate the fucking piece of shit mom who can't teach her fucking daughter how to shit in a goddamn toilet.
You hate her. It's a different culture, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, there's diversity. You need to adapt. You've got to adapt to their culture so that we can be diverse.
You're right, James. It is a different culture. It's the kind of culture that's normally grown on a petri dish.
Oh my God.
This is the thing. I mean, seriously, it's like if you get some person wandering down the street in a pair of flip flops made from string and cardboard, it's like, oh well, that's their culture. Oh well, isn't that diverse? And next thing you know, you got a bunch of fucking liberal whack jobs who are wandering around in cardboard flip flops because it makes them feel significant.
They're better than we are because we're evil white men. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, they're so much better that they have to flee their fucking countries and come invade ours. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but the women and the children. Oh my God.
The women and when somebody think of the children.
You know what I never noticed on this before? They have the prison inmates and convicted felons on here as well. That's a nice addition.
Nice. Yeah, no, they're not my children, so I don't give a fuck about them. I don't care.
You just fucking hate people. Yes,
I do. I fucking hate people. People are fucking shitbags.
They are.
Especially non-white people. You hate the proud people, you asshole.
People who aren't like me.
I mean, make sure your tan isn't too dark. I mean, I might hate you then.
Actually, no, it's just people who aren't me. I hate them.
We've noticed this.
Not even like me. Just if you own me.
My father came over from Hungary and he was a refugee. You son of a bitches.
Okay. Where did he come from? Hamsterstan.
Hungary, you son of a bitch. And we're all white. Hungry. Oh, yes.
Yeah, we Hamsterstan.
We don't have any
and look how they
Hungarians.
managed to fuck up their country.
Yep.
Excuse me. It is Hungary that's standing up against the evil Donald Trump and welcoming refugees everywhere.
Loving it. They're not doing the same as Poland, are they, or Czechoslovakia? Depending their internal rights.
Mm.
See, you Hungarians.
So
That's
where
why
did
you're a
MC
hamster.
go? Oh,
You see, this is why you like the.
But MC,
that's what it is, right?
If my father wasn't allowed in as a refugee, I wouldn't be here. You hater.
Your extra country with a rock.
Yeah, tell the truth, James. Your father came over on a packing crate, didn't he?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
He stowed away in the peanuts.
Yeah.
And he identified as a woman and shit out a baby, and it was anchor baby.
That's funny. It looks like I turned the deck clock off just in time. The chat was about ready to commit suicide. So that's nice.
It always is.
I just don't know where you people come up with this hate. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm just.
Well, hey, are you an illegal hamster immigrant
from attacking Christmas in the previous rendition of the show?
Yeah, it's no fun being an illegal alien. Look up Genesis, Cabbage. That's their song. Those are the Brits.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, well, you know, we've made a lot of shit as well as good stuff.
Well,
Genesis went down the shitter when Phil Collins joined. It was much better when they had the what was the original lead singer?
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah,
Thingy.
Fucking hell,
Peter something.
Peter Gabriel.
Yes,
Peter Gabriel. Yes, yeah, it was much better during Peter Gabriel time.
But
are you guys talking about your old people music again? That's not what the topic is.
No, we're talking about classic music again.
We're talking about
it has to be old.
Matt, we're talking about actual music.
Yeah, classic, God, something you wouldn't know nothing about, baby. Even though he's 32, he's an old man with 6 kids. He's still a baby.
Hey, Sith. Sithy, can you turn the mic down just a little bit? You're a little bit distorted. That'd be.
Too close to your mouth, mate.
Yeah, just a little bit of deep throat action going on there.
Yeah,
yeah. You're not supposed to wrap your lips around the mic.
And let the girl turn it up. Who's the girl?
Better you that bastard.
You're swallowing it again. You're swallowing it again.
Doing it again? God damn it. Is that better?
I'm thinking you'd like to swallow microphones there, too.
It's a phone.
Get a new microphone. It sucks.
Fuck every last one. Just kidding.
Fuck your microphone, too.
Yes.
Yeah, come at me, Sith boy.
Batman, where do you get such toys? Just saying. No, Jack.
But it's close.
It's not Jack Nicholson, but you know, it's kind of fun. Whatever.
So, Sid, what was
the old days, you
make?
guy? You know. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cabbage. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Sid, what was the point you were going to make?
Sith left.
You had something on your mind.
He has left the building.
I think he ran away. Yeah, not good.
Oh, microphone shame.
Yep.
Well, maybe
we microphone shamed him.
He probably went to go fix his goddamn microphone.
He has microphone.
He's pulling his microphone out of his stomach like fucking drug balloons.
So he probably just has to pass it.
What?
He's probably just gone to the toilet so he can actually pass it. It'll be coming out of his colon in a few minutes.
It'll have a special, flavor to it because it's got
an extra nugget.
Yeah, something. So we got 2 chicks in here. Who is the? Oh, where'd that other one go? Oh God.
Oh fuck! It's Penoid.
Chick in here. Oh, it's Penoid.
Oh, he's got a. His phone died. That's why he left. His phone died. He's got to plug his phone in.
No,
Penoid, Tommy, speak
what
to us.
Man, listen. Mate? Yo, Cabby, dude, I've decided that I can't out crazy the left. All right? I've been trying to go as crazy as possible, and I can't fucking go any crazier than you guys are doing.
Well, just do what they do. Don't try.
Commit, mate. You got to commit.
No, they just fight for me to God.
Oh, you got to become crazy. You know, to defeat crazy, you have to become crazy. That's how it works, right? I mean, Batman taught us that.
Hard.
They just tried to Me Too God.
It's all about just dropping subtle things like, hey, today me and the kids are going to the range. And like just fucking with them. Saying little subtle things like that.
You understand? These motherfuckers just tried to Me Too God.
Yeah, I know.
All right?
What?
Yeah, they have.
No, it's got a...
What? Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, because God raped Mary, right?
Yeah. Mary did not consent.
What?
God pounded me too.
Yeah.
They'll be going after Zeus next. I mean, yeah, the golden showers.
There's gotta be 4chan.
Wait, are they gonna Me Too fucking Allah next?
Yeah,
well, no, they can't do that. Are you kidding?
No, if they're gonna Me Too God, they better be Me Too and Allah.
And Buddha.
You're trying to be rational.
And all the Greek gods.
You can't be rational about what they're doing, all right? Like, you're like, they better do that to him too. This is what they Me Too God.
Yep, they did. It's fucking hilarious.
Well, no, I think that was a 4chan prank. And I mean, that's got to be a prank. It's got to be a
If it's not, I will put out a fucking video going #Me Too to fucking Allah.
It may have
No,
started.
Wait, speaking of God, has anyone even checked on Sweden? Do you want
Holy
to know
shit!
what they
Did you guys let the
year?
girl talk? I mean, that's fucking amazing.
No.
Crap. This is the patriarchy here, man. Women can't speak.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you all in your goddamn eyes.
Wow. Chicks had anything useful to say, we care.
Dodge, if you want to read the article, it's in the side chat there.
Oh wait, oh yeah. So Sweden.
Women are like children.
God the mother.
Yo, you let women talk because they're like children, and people like them because they're cute. You know what I'm saying? So you just let them say what they say, and people come and talk what they say.
Yeah, here we go.
Until I say something rational.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, well we're still waiting.
When does that happen? Yeah,
we're still waiting.
Rational?
One day, maybe.
They're trying to we don't need rationality. We need craziness. Like, I'm trying to talk about dolphin rape, and these niggas just jumped over me and Me Too God. I don't even know how the fuck that works. And I'm like, niggas, yo, they're fucking crazy. Like,
if they Me Too God, Me Too fucking Allah, you dumb shit.
Well, they did. Allah is another word for
Actually,
God.
but
anyway.
No, he isn't. No, he isn't. Allah is a jumped-up moon god with ideas of molestation.
Nope. Actually, no. A local church, like, hold on, shit. Yeah, this happened months ago. Hold on, let me tell you this. So I'm just sitting around on the system, right? I hear a knock on my door, and these two, pretty much, kids, open it up and like, what the hell? And they're like, oh hey, we would like to talk to you about God the Mother.
I'm done.
God the Mother? What?
God the Mother.
Be a woman.
All right, so they're trying to pull that shit in the majority of Hispanic community that are mostly Catholic or Protestant and are not buying.
So how the fuck does God the Mother impregnate? So,
I don't know.
So now we're saying that God and Mary were scissoring. Is that what we're saying now?
Yeah, yes.
What the fuck?
Cabbage. They're literally saying that, get this, God raped Mother Mary. Yet Aisha, don't say nothing about Aisha because, Islam is okay, but don't say nothing about Christians.
Oh, yeah, no, I realize that, mate. Yeah, I mean, it's always one way, right? It's always double standards.
Hey, Pinoy, show us on the doll where God touched you.
As my husband says, if I didn't have double standards, I wouldn't have any at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And how the fuck does God as a woman impregnate a woman? How the fuck
I don't know.
Well, God is all powerful.
God the Mother now, so
And God has a dick. I'm just saying.
So God was basically Riley Dennis.
God's a fucking trap now, apparently.
Jesus.
Apparently.
A rope
family.
Oh, so this is
God
not the
is a
only
male
church in the
feminist.
nation. There's like several out there. The one in
It's
California.
the Von Trapp family.
No, God isn't actually a woman.
It's
God just
among
identifies as
the
a woman.
Oh no! Don't get that fucking song stuck in my head.
God is a rapist trap, all right? And it has to be, dude. God had to be. Because, like, yo, he built something that actually worked. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way it could have been a woman. That's how we know that he was a dude. It actually functions properly and has maintained long term. You know what I mean?
Actually, what do you think about the SJWs and feminists should hate God? I mean, God has all the privilege.
And by the way, from what I remember from my scripture class, wasn't there an angel that came to Mary prior to it, warning her, warning her, but like notifying her that God was going to come and give her a good doing.
Listen, bitch, you're gonna get that good God dick.
And memes in the chat says, "And we're all going to hell."
Too late.
Maybe all of you aren't, but I'm not.
They said
Yes,
because of the power dynamic. They said
At the
because of
moment,
the power
we're defending
dynamic, Mary couldn't have consented. That's what the deal is.
Yeah. Non-consensual. Yeah, but the thing was, it must have been consensual because she also got advance warning.
They said she couldn't have consented. All right? Because
it's coming, baby! Get away if you don't want it to happen to you. You can leave.
So basically, it's built and Monica Lewinsky. Yeah, like Mary was not able to consent because God was more powerful.
Mary was a slut.
The first thing Mary heard was this booming voice saying, "Does this smell like chloroform to you?"
Sniff my finger.
Yo, I'm upset how crazy these people. You know what I mean? Because like every time I think we got them lit, like yo, they come up, say some more retarded ass shit. Like I'm waiting for the next one. It's gonna be something about penguins or something. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Oh, you had to bring up the fucking penguins.
The fucking Nazi penguins. God.
Tiger Lily, you want to come play with us?
Yay, Tiger.
Yes, come on, Tiger.
Tiger Lily.
We need vagina.
We need chicks.
These were Antifa, and they were slaying Jesus, the oppressor. Like that's going to be the next one. It's just they're retarded. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like I feel depressed, and I mean that we defeat these motherfuckers.
Hey,
you know what? Don't worry about it, man. We're all in the same boat. Don't forget, you have allies, mate. So you're not on your own. You're not alone.
That's the thing. If we were in a sinking boat with the SJWs, we'd be bailing the water out, and those idiots would be putting it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom P, would you consider yourself a MGTOW? Because I know you show a lot of MGTOW stuff.
Yes, he is.
No, I'm not a MGTOW. Yo, look. All right, here's the deal. I'm an MRA. I'm an MRA turned gorilla. That's what the fuck I did, and I just bitch out shit. And I line up a lot of my views with some of what the MGTOW says. I just do what I do. I'm not a MGTOW because, like, you know what I mean? I got babies, moms, and kids, and you know what I mean? Like, I can't be a MGTOW. I have like between 10 and 15 kids, depending on what bitch you talk to. Like,
He's a blue pillar. He's a blue pillar, people.
I'm not a blue pill. I just don't have control over my dick. That's the situation.
Like,
the whole
that's a blue pillar. If you control your emotions, you are a blue pillar. Sorry, man. Hey, I love you, bud.
Red and blue together.
You got to stop the dick thinking, man. Think with your head.
You're basically Social Security Services.
Yes.
Government.
No, I mean I pay taxes directly to fund underprivileged youth. Unfortunately, all those underprivileged youths are related to me. That's it.
Stop being an enabler, mate. You see, the trouble is, Tom, that you're an enabler for this kind of activity because you're letting it happen. You keep shelling, man. You're shelling money to these women that you're popping up.
Fucking Tom P is the best fucking wingman that you could ever fucking have.
Yes.
Gay.
No, I mean, I'm completely batshit crazy and will tell them to shut the fuck up. And then you just swoop in and go, baby, he's crazy. Don't worry about him. No, man, I'm him. I'll make you look good. That's how it works.
I wouldn't really want to be the Luke Skywalker to your, Millennium Falcon.
What's that, Cabbage? I understand that. Dude, I have more of my friends made than not. Shut the fuck up, Cabbage.
Real quick, Joshua in the chat says, well, there's always a medieval chastity belt.
Those things are fucking awesome looking. I want one so I can hang it on my wall.
Nah, like I said, I've been with the same woman fucking 19 years.
Wait a minute, no, I gotta call out Sherardi here. You're not gonna put it on your wall. You're gonna put it on your creepy ass mannequin. You fucking know it.
Yeah, get it on that bitch.
Oh wait, shit! I thought it was just a picture.
No, because then Doku will want my fucking mannequin even more. Cabby will probably want it even more too.
Yeah. Oh, I want that. I want it. Now, well, we've already agreed that we're going to double team it. It's a spit roast waiting to happen.
You guys cannot have my goddamn mannequin.
Yeah, she's right. You need its consent first.
My brother, yo, hey, what are you doing over here, nigga? How the fuck you get over on the Redeye Street? Ace!
Oh shit! I've always
Ace is he's old school. I mean, I've known Huck since the day Ogre's days.
Yo, man, I love her. That's my boy right there, home.
Yeah, no, he's cool.
Yeah, and
Ace, how the fuck are you involved with a stream that has Sherardi on a regular basis?
Ace and I are good
we're very
friends.
tolerant.
I
am not that friends.
Good friends.
We have an equal opportunity policy.
Oh, Ace,
That's great.
don't lie.
Don't lie about what? Us being friends? Woman, I don't even know you.
Come on,
Well,
giving her 10 miles a dick. You know what's going on here. Come on.
You know she's DMing you pictures of that mannequin.
Oh, God.
That's between
Nobody is getting my goddamn mannequin. Why do you think? Why do you think I changed my picture so that it's not the goddamn mannequin anymore?
Too late for that, Sherardi. I'm pretty sure her MC with it.
We've got to kidnap it now. We need to do a 4chan kidnapping of the mannequin.
No.
we gotta Shiloh LaBeouf your ass.
One morning, the mannequin's going to be gone and the Shia LaBeouf slug's going to be in his place.
Holy shit.
That would be class.
That's a good way to get somebody shot.
And we're just gonna go through ransom fucking photos, MADDS hat, and a fucking 4chan t-shirt.
No, speaking of 4chan, you gotta admire them for how dedicated they were with the Shia LaBeouf shit.
Well, I thought he put up a new flag. Where's that new flag at? Have they gotten it?
I have no
No,
idea.
they will.
I think that's just died
They
out.
will. Unless it's in a bunker somewhere underground, so there's no other external identifiers. But they got it because of one contrail and frogs, which I thought was ironic, especially with the whole Keck thing, right? So the types of frogs, the particular croak of the frogs. Fucking amazing.
That and the fact that he tweeted out where the fuck he was, you know what I mean? Like,
Weaponized autism. They were looking at where because the time of the image, right? So they knew that a plane at that specific time was coming over that location, right? And then somebody noticed the frogs in the background and the particular type of frog, because they're all not like the gribbet thing that Hollywood does. There's lots of different types of frog noises. So they worked out that it had to be from this particular area. Because only then would there be a plane over the, in the shot.
Do you know how they?
And then what happened is one of the fucking people from 4chan actually drove their car up and down.
Kept pipping his horn.
They found the goddamn fucking flag in Albuquerque. They found that fucking flag because of the gunshots. And trust me, it's a town I live in, and downtown, a lot of people try to shoot at each other. That's why I don't go down there.
What do you mean they found the flag? Like, they got to check down in Albuquerque, I thought, because somebody brought a gun into the fucking
No. They literally heard gunshots, which was a case that the police were checking out. The police were like, "Yeah, it's up there." And they showed them the fucking position where the goddamn fucking flag was.
Holy crap!
Weaponized fucking autism.
That was lit.
I tell you, you gotta respect the 4chan people. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta be scared of them. They're dangerous, but you know what I mean. At the end of the day, you gotta respect that kind of level of commitment.
Yeah, it was the gunshots. That's why I don't hang in downtown here, because motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah. Them Mexicans are taking that bitch the fuck over.
No. Well, yeah.
no.
Hold on. Cabbage, let me finish. And Pino's right. Guess what? Guess who is fighting with the Mexicans?
The Mexicans?
No. Hispanics are fighting with the Mexicans.
But isn't that the same thing?
Oh, man. It would have been a little bit of yin-yang there.
What's the difference between a Mexican and Hispanic? I don't understand.
Cabbage, they're not the same thing at all.
Really?
We don't like Mohawks, bro. We don't like
the same. Mexicans are Hispanic. They're just. Are you talking about Puerto Ricans?
Well, the word Hispanic is supposed to be a general term for anyone that's either from Mexico or Southern America.
Shut the fuck up for a second. Sorry.
That's being technical. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Hold on. Just let me finish. And continue. Hold that thought, please. What I'm saying is, no, Pinoid, Hispanics in New Mexico are Spain Spanish versus the Mexicans coming up.
Oh, so you're talking about dancing around a hat versus fighting a bull.
Actually, yeah. I mean, that's a good point. Ace, fucking A, man.
The difference between maracas and no maracas.
No, but a big difference. My family, like I said, a lot of people that are Hispanic in New Mexico, California, Arizona, Nevada, and so on and so forth, are Hispanic, passable, white.
Well, they're all lazy bastards. That's why they have siestas. That's
what
why
are you talking
about?
Managed to have a decent empire.
But the thing is, Cabby, we do not get along nor like the Mexicans. That's something you got to understand, because they're not different. They're a different, slightly culture. All right.
You talking about Mexicans? You talking about like Hondurans and Guatemalans? Like I know,
No,
like
I'm
Mexicans.
talking about straight up Mexicans, dude. The people here in New Mexico that were born and raised for fucking more than fucking 8 generations. We don't like the Mexicans. That's why it sounds so fucking white.
I have heard that you dislike the Mexicans more than anybody would be considered racist against Mexicans.
Oh, hang on. Can I get... So you classify it as Hispanic if you're kind of socialized into American society, then it becomes Hispanic.
No, Hispanic can
Otherwise, it's Mexican.
No, Hispanic can be Mexican too, Cabby, but
yeah, man, this is getting retarded. Like
I don't understand this.
It is getting.
Hold on.
I don't understand
there are different dialects.
Right,
there are different dialects.
Well, listen to Batman for God's sake, and yeah, but he's an Englishman.
But yeah,
let
me help out Seth right there, because on a technicality, the term Hispanic is mostly a vague term used to describe anyone from Mexico or Latin America.
No,
it really
in itself.
Apparently, if you call somebody from Puerto Rico or any of those countries, Hispanic, they'll try and kill you.
Yes.
No. Puerto Ricans mark the box fucking Spanish too. Like they up north, Puerto Ricans consider themselves Hispanic.
Yes, they're a different dialect too than the Spain people, the Mexican people, the fucking Puerto Rican, all of that. Yes, you're absolutely right.
So is it more down to like the sort of level of
what
Aztec
is this?
or?
No, wait a minute. No, I gotta ask. Is this like chapter 19 of the Racist Handbook? What are we talking about here?
Fucking distracting.
I don't know. Right? We were talking about 4chan. Somehow we come down to Mexicans hating Mexicans or something like that. I have no idea how fast that got down to, but it just happened.
That's because we were talking about the 4chan taking down Shia LaBeouf.
in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, what you're talking about is
we were talking about spit roasting the mannequin of Sharati. That's what we were talking about.
Motherfucker,
that's where it came from. We were going to steal Sharati's bloody mannequin. That's all it was.
Yeah, no, and it segued because we're about to.
I mean, I would blame y'all. It's a pretty damn sexy mannequin, so yeah.
It's segued because we're a bunch of idiots, Cabbage.
No, you were the one who was trying to explain the Hispanic Clayton Bigsby.
Okay, well, I've actually had Puerto Ricans try to drown me because I was like, "Oh, you guys are fucking Mojaos," and they're like,
"Try to drown you? What, nigga? You live in the desert. How did you get drowned?"
Hey, Tom P.
That's the sound of one hand clapping.
Hey, shut up. I was living in Sacramento, California, and some fucking
guys,
Puerto Rican
I gotta go. I'll
me.
watch on the stream on YouTube. I'll see you guys later.
Alright.
Bye,
call me, guys. Alright, just fuck you all.
Fuck everything. Yeah.
No, Tom P. You don't understand, man.
To the Scooby shit every time I
spread the love.
I'm calling them the fuck out from now on. You know what I mean? Because I want to hear like how this crazy shit actually happens or whether or not it's bullshit. Because I'm not trusting nobody on the internet no more after fucking Scooby 331.
Wait, Tom.
What?
You're not comparing me to Tom P, are you? Or not Tom P, I mean fucking Scooby, that fucking asshole little punk.
No, Scooby. Scooby. Why is Scooby getting all this attention?
I wouldn't do that, dude. No, fuck Scooby. What the fuck is wrong with that kid?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
I mean, it's weird how he's getting all this attention.
Why is he relevant?
I don't know.
Because he's popped up again, fucking threatening people and doxing people and fucking saying that he has FBI in his fucking corner and he has this.
And we're giving him attention because
fucking Nazi. It's fucking hilarious.
No, but the thing is that you're giving him more feed, so people actually end up watching shit, and he gets money out of this. So why are people promoting it? You should just, you want to stop this guy, you just fucking freeze him out. Nothing mentioned about the guy. No relevance whatsoever. He goes down.
We did this already, and he came back and started reporting us to the FBI. Right? Like, no, nigga, that's not how this works.
Yeah, all of us. I'm included in that.
Yeah, we trolled.
Yeah, he's a dick, but that's...
Yo, you need to check out Scooby 331, the disabled...
we don't.
No.
Karate, Mad Dodge has interacted with him.
I've interacted with him, and then I made him disappear.
Well, no. Pinoid is shouting out a great channel. Go ahead, Pinoid.
Scooby 331, the disabled proud furry, right? Y'all need to go check out this channel. It's amazing, right? And it's Scooby 331 in his fursuit explaining why he doesn't like Robert De Niro, right? It is the best ever. Y'all need to check that.
I mean, Metaca's already destroyed any fucking relevance to this person.
Yeah, exactly. This is why you need to go check it out. Seriously. Believe me, I'm not saying shit outside of my neck. Like, yo, fucking Mad Dog, explain this.
I'll explain it. I'll explain it when we go off air. I don't want the joke to be lost on everybody.
No, come on.
I'll be right back.
But
come on, Mad Dodge.
Hey, Dodge. Real quick question before Cabby goes on rant. Do you get along with Dark Angel?
What?
Silva?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's one of the people that used to hang out with Scoobs.
Great. I'm going to duck out now as well. Talk to you guys later.
All right, later,
Karate.
Bye.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you with several people talking at the same time.
Dodge, explain.
Why does he have to explain? I could.
I don't know. He asked me if I knew somebody. I've never heard of him before. So.
Who? Scooby? What are we talking about now?
No,
conversations have we changed? Did I just black out?
No, we're not talking about Scooby anymore.
No, you did not black out. Pour another glass of wine.
What I was saying is Silva's Dark Angel was a girl that used to stream with Scooby and all those guys, and then they started getting crazy with them. So that's what I was saying. Sorry. Did you hear that, Sharadi?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But no, yeah, Scooby's going around threatening everybody. That's why he's relevant again. He's a little fun, whatever.
And he's just trying to make himself relevant. And the trouble is that other people commenting on him, trying to make himself relevant, just makes him more relevant. So it's kind of like a fucking vicious circle. So you just got to freeze these fuckers out.
But here's the other thing about it, though. You have to also understand there might be fucking new people who start to stream and shit. Think Scooby's a fucking cool guy. Think he's fine. And then they find all these fucking videos and they find out the truth about him trying to fucking flag people, calling the fucking FBI, fucking saying that he has connections out in fucking Hollywood and he's got AP fucking banned, saying that fucking he was about to get a Pulitzer Prize before all this shit went down.
Mate, the new streamers are going to find that out very quickly when they start seeing their comment section filled up with Scooby's a fucking shill, Scooby's a doxer, Scooby's a fucking this, that, and the other. And they're going to suddenly go, oh, we don't really want to associate with this Scooby.
Well, Cabbage, he's kind of like, let's see, Crouton T. He's kind of like Crouton T, kind of a doxing asshole.
Yeah. Well, hey, mate, you know, as soon as that buckshot thing happened, it's like, sorry, you don't even joke about dogs. Even if it's just, said in fun. It's just because the thing is, if you can say it in fun, you can do it in reality. So, yeah, no. Can't trust anyone like that.
Absolutely, I totally agree. But yeah, I didn't even click on the fucking link he sent me. I just blocked his ass immediately. But I guess the link wasn't even relevant to what he was threatening. It was like, this dude's a fucking moron, man. We were talking about this over on Penoid's channel last night with AP.
Oh man, that shit was fucking hilarious. AP made a fake channel, Scooby, right? He made a fake channel and named it Scooby331, the disabled proud furry, right? And it's the best shit ever. Y'all should go check it out. It's hilarious. He takes Scooby's video and dubs it over top of furry videos. It's the best shit I've ever seen in my whole life. It's the greatest thing ever.
And I made it easy.
Who's that other guy who?
I made it easy for everyone. If you want to go check it out, click the fucking link that I put in the fucking live stream chat. There's the fucking Scooby hates Robert De Niro furry one.
Oh, that was great. Ace, were you there last night to watch that?
Oh yeah.
There was who's the other guy who did the equivalent sort of thing, but with Matt Jarbo? Made that Matt Jarbo fucking joke channel.
I don't know.
Pretty much every YouTuber watch usually bashes on Matt. Jarbo.
Yeah, but this one was specifically designed to kind of mimic his bullshit and stuff, so it was what the fuck's his name?
But anyway, yeah, we were talking about Puerto Ricans in Albuquerque, right?
There ain't no Puerto Ricans up in this bitch.
I was wondering, are there Puerto Ricans in Albuquerque?
Puerto Ricans in Mexico. Well, we were talking about Mongolians.
There's a couple in those.
Abyssinia.
There's a couple, and those fuckers used to sell cocaine. My mother-in-law.
Wait a minute. There's only two, and they both sold coke.
There's two of them.
Those are the ones I know. Shut up. Fuck, man. No, I'm fucked up like Tom P. Like I used to. I'm not saying I ever saw drugs, but I'm saying that I did.
I'm not saying that I'm Heisenberg, but you know,
I did when I was a student. I have no problem with that. I used to buy 9 bars that came in from Amsterdam.
No, I was a fucking retard, Cabbage. You don't understand. I used to fucking sell never mind, massive amounts of fucking Blowski, man, because I had the Mexican connection.
Yeah, there's a drug dealer MAGA hat. It's make a brick 15.5 again. Right?
Oh, you know what's funny? When Canada was still debating about legalizing marijuana, you know, the Trailer Park Boys, you know, that group, SwearNet and all that, they went on tour saying, you know, don't fucking legalize weed, we'll lose all our money. And that's exactly how it happened, man. I sold weed for over 10 years. Oregon legalized, I got out right before they legalized. I knew better. I'm like, nope, there's no more money in this.
Like I was telling you earlier, Dodge, I'm glad that there's not the fucking shitty mechs going through anymore. You remember that swag? And you guys got the worst of it.
Yo, man, I miss that swag garbage dirt. Man, look, I smoked some weed a couple years ago. It felt like somebody punched me in the face and then it dropped the anvil on my head. And I had
so you want to be diluted, is that what you're saying? You're on dilution.
Bro, just give me some bullshit skunk weed. I can just like smoke like an L and then go to fuck to sleep. Like eat a box of Fruit Loops and fall back and watch some cartoons and laugh. Like these niggas is smoking fucking heroin and fucking bananas. Goddamn
smoking bananas. I remember that. I bet Aces remembers doing that shit too.
Oh, dude, I'm spoiled. I've lived in Oregon for way too long, man. We got the good shit.
Tell you, we got some really weird stuff coming over here that's being grown, and it's got like blue crystals on it. That will fuck you up.
No. I will say.
Wait a minute though. Does it crackle when you burn it, man? Are they spraying that shit with sugar water? Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not sugar water. No, it's not. No. These are actual crystals which are inside the bud.
Yeah, but people used to do that all the time, man. They spray it with sugar water. It looks like crystals, but then when you smoke it, it fucking crackles and pops. No.
It's no. This is the real deal, I promise you, because I'm not kidding you. It's the first time. You remember that? I told you about it, Matt, when I did that whitey.
Okay, Dad, you're talking about them spraying the crystals and whatnot. I remember so much, like my mom, when she was buying. No, shut the fuck up. My mom, when she was buying fucking medical weed for her cancer, right? Before she fucking bought the farm, whatever. My mom would always be like, "Hey son, do you want a joint?" I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, mama!" They gave her a free joint every time, and she had cancer.
Man, I need to talk to you about MGTOW philosophy on some serious shit, man. Like, you are a prime candidate for the MGTOW way of life, all right? Because you have seen firsthand what women do when they have children on their own. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we need to have a conversation afterwards. I'm going to convince you to repeal the 19th with me, all right?
No. I will not agree with you on the repeal the 19th.
Don't worry, man. It's a good thing.
Hang on, so
I'm gonna help you. All right, you'll be good.
No, Tom,
hold on.
Tom, so you are full MGTOW now.
No,
you're not just being. Okay, well, exactly. You see, I'm just a bachelor.
All right, gentlemen. I have shit to do, like putting my kids to bed. See you later. Bye-bye.
All right, hello.
All right.
I like how she conveniently left right when we start talking about repeal the 19th.
Well, no,
the women.
I refuse to agree with repeal the 19th as well, because once you take the voting rights from one group of people, what stops you from taking it from others? And that is
it's not taking it from some people; it's just putting it in the hands of the responsible.
No. See, now here's the thing. No, I wouldn't take the 19th away because the girl that I've been with for the last 19 years is fucking smart. She's not dumb.
19. Anyway, sorry.
Shut up, Dodd. Fucking asshole. No, but anyway.
Zombie apocalypse comes. You know what? All that smarts don't mean shit. I mean, what it means, you're gonna have to like defend her with a shotgun. You should be responsible.
Wait a minute, Penoid. You mean my history degree I'm working towards won't shield me from zombies?
Yeah, but Penoid, the thing is, right? If everyone goes MGTOW, right? Then I mean, who the fuck's gonna? I mean, well, then we're just gonna breed ourselves out, right? Nobody's gonna have any kids. Nobody's gonna have anything. It's just gonna be. I mean, you said you can't start fucking popping kids out. You're a virtual Department of Social Security at the moment.
Why are you acting like that's a bad thing?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think Mad Dodge, he's got, what, is it 6 now? You know, I mean, you got to work up to a full fucking team. That'll be good. You know, you need
to be a Mad Dodge here in a few years. Don't worry about it, all right? Me and him are going to split up the country. He's going to take the western half. I'll take the eastern half. You know what I mean? Because we're the only ones having any fucking kids. So don't worry about it. It'll all be good. You know what I mean? Everything will work.
You'll be the next Mongol emperor.
Yeah. I definitely don't shoot blanks. That's for damn sure. Anyway.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, I might have to pay for an abortion here soon. Like, and I just had a kid. For fuck's sake. God damn it. Anyway, right? Look.
Yeah, don't get me started on the abortion debate. Anyway,
hey, at least it keeps you busy, man, though, you see? But it keeps you busy. You got to keep feeding those faces, right?
Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucking driving to go. Anyway. Right, wait.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. At least you've got the fucking substance.
Hey, I don't know about that. See, now, I've been with the same woman for 19 years. Mad Dodge has been 12, right? Mad Dodge?
No, me and my wife have been together for 6. I hope I got that right, or something's going to be thrown at me soon.
Oh, okay.
See, that meant real men don't pay attention to how long they're with the broad. You know what I mean? They just know they're there. You know what I mean? Because they come run their mouth sometimes. What?
Hey, girl. Yeah. Are you saying that I'm not a real man because I know I've been with the same one for 19 years? Come on, guy.
Do you know what your anniversary is?
April 15th. Oh, that was the day I was arrested. That was the day I was arrested. Hold on, Tom P.
No, wait. Tax day, motherfucker?
Like, that's the day I was arrested for kidnapping. That's our anniversary, man.
No, that's great though. Tax day is your anniversary. That makes so much sense.
Wait. Did you get fucking arrested for kidnapping her? Is that why it's your anniversary?
Yeah.
What are you talking about now?
I was 18. She was fucking 15. We were in the legal bounds. All right. Our only problem was we crossed state lines. I went from New Mexico to Texas. All right. And her mom said she was. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me get that right. She was 17 and I was 21. And her mom got it wrong. And her mom said that she was 15. That's what it was.
Why is this something that should be on like Dateline MSNBC? The fuck?
I don't know. Yeah. Fuck you, Tom.
Nigga,
when I lost my virginity, I was 14 and the girl was 16. Technically, she raped me, if you're going to look at it in the eyes of the law.
That's only 2 years. Really? That's different.
Oh my God. Yeah, in the eyes of the law. No, she was legal. I wasn't. So, you know, I mean, if you...
Who rapes a cabbage?
I wasn't complaining. I was a happy fucking bunny.
But that's only 2 years.
But no,
it doesn't matter.
I'm looking at the chat and I see somebody calling themselves Wizard of Cause. I don't know if that's the real Wizard of Cause or somebody using that name, but welcome to the Redeye stream. I've never seen you before, so figured I'd shout him out.
If that's the Wizard of Cause, well, hello, guy.
Yeah, we'll get him in.
I don't know that dude. Like, I don't think I've ever streamed with the Wizard of Cause before.
No, oh, by the way, you should really, you know, have hang out. Seriously. Oh, he's gone. Where the fuck did he go?
I think they both dropped out. Yeah. Seth probably. He's on his cell phone. Remember, it's usually the cell phone people that get dropped out.
No, pisser. Damn it. Tom's gone.
Yeah, it sounded like Tom was on the cell too.
Yeah, you know, Discord. It's not exactly the most reliable format. Sorry, Hangouts. It's not the most.
Well, he says he's a real Wizard of Cause. Yeah. Welcome, man. Please subscribe at least. I've watched some of your stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, jump on in. Give him the link, mate.
No,
Tom,
he said he's got show prep
to do. A Hangouts link. Oh, okay. Tom, you need to do Hangouts link though. You can't just do the Discord thing because I can't join Discords because they fucked up the codex.
I like Wizard Cause. I don't necessarily like his bro, fucking Jeff Holiday. Fuck that asshole.
Oh yeah, faggot.
You are suspect found by a Puerto Rican in the desert. Your mama done gave you blue crystal weed when you was a kid, and on top of that, fucking girl, nigga, you are suspect right now. All right, I'm fucking all suspects at the moment. I'm just letting motherfuckers know all type of suspicious. All right, suspicious.
Well, he is a Sith. You know how that goes.
Fuck you, Tom.
Yeah, we gotta know the law.
Whatever.
Wait, Joe, I got crazy stories, but like my crazy stories are just hilarious. Your crazy stories are just fucking crazy. Now, I mean, you somehow got drowned in the desert by a Puerto Rican. I don't know how the fuck that
works. Yeah, that's an extra level of crazy.
No,
and then you fucking drove fucking Chris Hansen too. Like, the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Nobody has any idea. We're all trying to work it out together.
He was on Predator and shit.
No, I was saying he fucking got caught up by Chris Hansen because he got that kidnapping charge for a fucking 15-year-old when he was 18.
Ace is echoing and shit. Goddamn,
shit.
Bro, nigga.
I'm just saying, if a motherfucker is 18 and is coming near my 15-year-old daughter, you ain't gotta find his fucking body.
Yeah, well, her mom didn't, so.
Yeah, they don't have dads, man. There's no dads around anymore, so, I'm just...
No. Fuck that noise. My mother-in-law is a fucking psychotic fucking lesbian bitch that has tried to kill me on 4 different occasions. I'm talking about gunshots, bro.
I'm not joking. This nigga is suspect as fuck, home. He has been. The lesbians have tried to assassinate him now.
So you got a lesbian mother trying to shoot you. What the fuck is it? It sounds like some kind of Hollywood thing, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, is that the lesbian mafia?
No. My lesbian mother-in-law tried to shoot me.
Get on his Amazon. Let's see if he has fucking underwear with dick.
This is like a really piss poor fucking comic.
No,
this is a BBC fucking TV show.
Yeah, actually, it could be an episode of Doctor Who, considering how fucking far down the line it's gone.
All right, believe me or not, I was a drug dealing, peddling fucking psychopath back in the day. I'm fucking 38 years old.
With a lesbian mother-in-law.
Yeah,
hey,
my
Sith,
lesbian mother-in-law.
Calm down. Sith, calm down.
Kill me.
I'm liking this. This is hilarious.
Oh yeah, this is great.
This is a developing story. We need to build this.
I got a serious question.
Check out this nigga's Amazon wish list.
Yes!
You have a deviant art full of fun? God damn it.
We got law. We got cannon. We need some cannon.
You have a giant dildo of fucking 25 gallons of fucking
yeah, but it's full of coke.
You know what, motherfuckers? Cannon is I'm a fucking criminal. I'm not a criminal anymore because I don't even fuck around with that shit. I'm fucking old. I'm almost 40. I got 2 years.
Yeah, man. I used to be a criminal. I'm still a criminal for the most part. And I mean, 98% of the time I have warrants out for me. But then again, I got like 10 child support cases. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
All right.
That's funny. See, that's funny. Like, your skin is just goddamn unbelievable. Right?
Yeah, well, you made it happen, man. I mean, you know, you are your own creation.
Google hates those two. Jesus.
Fucking Christ.
Come on, Tom. You are your own creation.
Okay. Well, let's wrap this back around to the original topic. It was immigration and Enoch Powell. All right. Ace, you joined in late. Do you think Enoch Powell was right? Do you even know who he is?
No,
he doesn't care. No, you're flogging a dead horse if you're bringing it round to that. Nobody cares now. It's long gone. That was like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, well, that was the whole topic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but it really wasn't, was it? We warned you about that, mate.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't really anything to argue.
Yeah, Sith, you and your cell phone privilege keeps kicking Penoid out. The fuck, man? No.
fucking Hispanic cell phone privilege and shit.
No, I'm sorry. The stupid goddamn fucking.
I'm looking at the chat here, and Wizard of Cause says good criminals don't have warrants because they get away with shit. Just saying. Yeah, basically. Penoid, Google did that. We didn't kick you. Go ahead and click the link again, man. Anyway, yeah, I happen to maybe, perhaps, sell marijuana for over a decade. I never got caught.
No, I didn't. I mean, I did it as a student, and it was just, you know, something. But it was only in like summer. We used to go over to Amsterdam and bring it back.
Allegedly.
You know, and
allegedly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly, because it never really happened. Yeah.
No, theoretically, well, no, it doesn't matter now. I mean, at this point, who's going to arrest me for a retrospective crime that they can't prove anyway? You know, I could just be blowing smoke up your ass.
Yo, why am I getting booted for saying he didn't get drowned by Puerto Ricans? That's what I want to know.
You didn't get booted, you stupid fuck. Hangouts kicked you out. They did the same thing to Sith.
No, Hangouts.
Stop bitching.
Drowned by Puerto Ricans.
Oh my God, you're dumb.
It was a Puerto Rican. A Puerto Rican.
Yeah, man. Yo, just like I caught that hate speech strike for making fun of mariachi band. Not that.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking stupid. Now stop bitching. Hangouts did it.
No, that's great though. Penoid, don't ever let that go. Always bring up the mariachi bands.
Break out. I want to hear you, Penoid, with your maracas. I want to hear the
What are you
Penoid
talking
maraca.
about? What are you talking about?
One day he'll actually tell us how many kids he's got.
Legitimately, like between 6 and 10, I'm not sure because I don't get tested or asked. Know what I'm saying? I'm not getting DNA tests on kids because that.
How many are you paying for? How many are you paying for?
Well, then you're the fucking idiot.
Like
how many are you paying for?
Right now. 5.
Well, there you go. So 5 is the count then, right? 5 you're willing to admit to.
Yeah, 5 I'm legally obligated to care for at the moment.
There you go. Right. So we got the number finally.
I'm home visiting from jail right now. Fucking, I went and saw him today. I was pimping.
No, but good that 5 kids. That's a lot of kids.
It is a lot of kids.
Dodge has 6.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well.
Yeah. Well, you know, 14 words and all. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, Dodge. How many of those munchkins are rebel mamas?
All but one.
All but one? And so the first one is from your first marriage?
No, for the first one's from when I was a 20-year-old idiot. But I've had full custody ever since I was that idiot.
Yeah, I feel you. I had custody of my oldest one in 2008. Yeah, 2008.
05. My son's turning 14 in May. But yeah, I've had full custody. Like, I don't have to pay child support. All my kids live with me, and I get paid child support. But that's fairly rare.
Mine will be 17 in March, and he is currently incarcerated because he's a shithead. He doesn't listen. You know what I mean? Hence the reason why I never gave him a fucking firearm. You know what I mean? You got to know your kids. It's important.
I'm sorry, Peanut. What does the youngster do?
What does the hamster do?
No, I said what
did the youngster?
Oh, he did a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? He may have pulled his dick out and chased somebody down the road with it. You know what I
mean? Yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah,
we've all done that, Cabby says. No, I haven't done that.
You know, he may have, you know what I'm saying, gotten really, really high and didn't go to school for like 4 months. You know what I mean? He's a knucklehead. He's a knucklehead type of dude. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know,
yeah, when I got expelled, man, I was skipping school, but I'd show up for lunch because I was hungry. Showed up, ate lunch, and left.
Tacos are the shit at school, dude. Taco salads were bomb as fuck.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah. And he also drowned a drug dealer in the desert one time. Almost drowned a drug dealer in the desert one time.
While getting shot at by the lesbian mafia.
Yeah, exactly. The lesbian. Yeah. And then what's it going to be next? It's going to be I got bombed. I had an IED from a fucking transsexual or something. Is that the next trauma?
And he was selling weed laced with sugar water. Like, yo, you know what I mean? He may have got pinched for selling weed laced with sugar water, apparently. You know what I mean? I had blue crystals.
That was my dodge going on about that.
Yeah. And I think on top of that, you know what I'm saying? He dressed up like a lesbian and tried to kill a 38-year-old one time. You know what I mean? Might have happened. Just saying.
What? What the fuck?
Jesus. Swear to God, it's like a J.J. Abrams script.
Oh God.
Just gets worse as it goes.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
All right, Sharadi.
No.
Sharadi
ran away.
No, what is the worst thing that your oldest child has done so far?
What?
She doesn't do her fucking homework.
Oh, I was hoping for something fun.
Okay, well, we've gone a little bit over 2 hours.
My youngest punched me in the eye.
I think we're about done. Now we're talking about people's kids and shit. So, good night, good luck. Don't go to fucking France. We're out of here. Peace.